Hello, everybody. What is up? Welcome back. I hope you all are having an amazing day thus far. Today, as you can tell by the title, we are going to be going over your next love story. Now, I do feel like the messages that came out today, you guys, were quite beautiful, and I am very excited for you guys to receive these messages. Before we jump on into the messages, though, I do just have to remind those of you who are new here that tarot is a divination tool. It's an intuitive practice. Take what resonates. If something does not resonate, you don't need to personally become offended. There's nuance to every conversation, you guys. I am bound by time, so please keep that in mind throughout the reading. With that, you guys, we have group number 1 with prison, group number 2 with the visit, and group number 3 with gift. If you need a moment to meditate on which pile is calling your name, you are free to do that right now. And if you would like to pick more than one pile, you are also welcome to do so. With that, everybody, once you pick your pile, the timestamps will be in the description box, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, group number 1. Welcome to your love story. We're going to start off, as always, you guys, with the Zodiac dice. I've been getting a lot of questions recently about various different things, but the Zodiac dice, you guys, it's just extra. It's dessert. If your sign does not pop up, I really need you to understand that there are various signs that do pop up within the tarot cards, within the oracle cards. And if your sign doesn't pop up in the Zodiac dice, that doesn't necessarily mean that this reading isn't for you. I like to look at this as extra confirmation. So we have Leo, just Leo. Oh, we have Libra and Pisces. Hello, Libra. Hello, Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, you guys. Taurus and Pisces. Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, you guys. That could be your sign. That could also be this other person's sign. It is more likely that those signs are connected to your Sun, Moon, or Rising. So with that, we are going to go ahead and start. Oh, you know what? Sorry, guys. I should really pause the camera to do this, but I'm going to take my watch off. Okay. Can we please get a message for group number 1 regarding who is the person that they will be experiencing their next love story with? Okay. So, see, we already do have 2 zodiac signs popping up here. We have Sagittarius with Temperance, and we have Pisces with the Moon. I do find it very funny when people feel the need to be like, Pisces is connected to Cancer. I'm very well aware Pisces, or the Moon, is connected to Cancer in astrology. However, in tarot, you guys, the Moon is connected to Pisces. So with that being said, the next person that you are going to be with, this person that you're experiencing your love story with, this is going to be somebody who's very emotionally intelligent, you guys. I'm getting that based on the fact that we do have the Sovereign of Cups and the fact that Pisces is showing up. This is somebody who's very intuitive. The way I am seeing this person, it's like they're a good judge of character. Like they have the ability to very quickly make a judgment call on a situation or an event or a person. It's not that they're judgy, but it's that they have the ability to make good judgment calls very quickly. They may work in an industry, group number 1, that requires them to also be good at making quick decisions. Now, the Moon also talks about things being hidden or something not fully coming to the surface. So what that just tells me is that this person is going to be a private person. We have the Temperance here, and Temperance talks about a requirement to readjust, a requirement to create more space or more room for balance. And the Seven of Swords talks about priorities. So the person that you will be experiencing your love story with next is going to be somebody who is very good at prioritizing what is important to them. Now, I want you guys to understand that you are having a love story with this person. So obviously, I feel like it goes without saying that you are going to be somebody who is very important to them. So they are making sure to make you a priority. I also feel like this person is willing to change, or they're willing to grow, they're willing to adjust. The reason I'm saying that is because we have, again, Temperance showing up. So very fluid, a very mutable energy is showing up here, okay? So with that, I kind of want to go backwards, you guys. I usually pull physical appearance last, but I kind of want to understand what this person's going to look like. Just a few key features, perhaps any information on your guys' first impressions of each other or how you will meet. Can we please get a message for group number 1 on their next love story? Their next love story, please. Okay. So this person's going to be somebody with a strong bone structure, a strong jaw. They may have really predominant masseters. We have brown hair. We have age 28. We have a strong nose, a natural physique, short hair, sweet one. So this is going to be somebody who is very sweet. Somebody who has strong arms, boy attractive, dark hair, and strong legs. Interesting. So this person seems to be very naturally strong. Somebody who has strong arms, strong legs, even a strong nose, which obviously that's quite different than having strong legs and strong arms. Most likely they're going to have brown hair or darker hair, you guys. They perhaps tend to keep it short. Okay. And boy attractive, I do just want to throw out a few examples, you guys. This is obviously doesn't need to be exactly how this person looks, but the reason I put boy attractive is to represent somebody who is, right, more classically attractive to men. So when I think of a man who is very classically attractive to other men, or what men think of as attractive, I think of like Henry Cavill, right? Am I saying his last name correctly? Or Channing Tatum, or like individuals like this, right? Big muscles, a classically like structured face. It's not to say that women don't find these men attractive, but I do think that these are, right, typically men that other men find also very attractive. Another example of that would be someone like Sydney Sweeney, or somebody like, you know, Marilyn Monroe. A classic beauty is what we can take from boy attractive. Okay. With that, can we please get confession of love? Say I love you. So what I find interesting about this is, yes, obviously this is your love story, but I feel like you both are realizing so early on within this connection that you two love each other, that you two have deeper feelings perhaps than what you've had with other people. We have patience here as well. This is patient, decent, and self-control. Again, I do believe this person that you will be having this relationship with is going to be somebody who's incredibly sweet, somebody who's incredibly kind. So it makes sense to me that they're also patient and that they have self-control and that decent is showing up. Now, we also have obstacles. Now, you guys, life is full of obstacles, and I do feel like oftentimes people look at this and they get very upset. But that's just, you know, like life can't always be easy. So with that, I do want to understand what the obstacle is going to be, or what it's likely going to be. I'm sorry, this deck kind of fell over, so it was spread out. But can we please get confirmation of what these obstacles are? Perhaps there are misunderstandings between the two of you in the beginning. And that happens too, right? Like you don't know somebody that well, and perhaps they say something and you take it in a way that perhaps you wouldn't if you knew them better. So misunderstandings obviously could present obstacles. We have prison. Something's holding them back or holding you back. Oh, okay. I don't like the way that fell out. It didn't feel like it popped, so there we go. I will read that still. We have thought and we have surprise. Okay. So the obstacle you guys are facing early in this connection is misunderstandings. Perhaps meeting this person at a time in your life where you feel like you are bound by other obligations, or that your life is very busy, or that their life is very busy. I do feel like this connection is also happening and it's blossoming, and it feels almost like surprising. It doesn't feel intentional or like something that we're seeking. It's almost as if we are accidentally stumbling upon this romance. Can we... Oh. We have soulmate here. This is soul connection, partnership, soul contract, and life partner. We have cutting or cut down, cutting out, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment. And then we have wedding rings. So going back to being in that prison, right? There could be something in your life that, again, is holding you back or holding this other person back. This could be work, schedules, living situations, a variety of different things. I'm going to leave that up to you guys to figure out on your own. But we are popping that bubble, right? When we go back to the obstacles, we have a prison here. So cutting out, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment. We are removing this prison. We are cutting down something that perhaps is keeping us away from this person or making the relationship more complicated. With wedding rings showing up, this is union, marriage, soul connection, everlasting love and devotion. This is something I spoke about very recently in a comment. I feel like pile number 1 is so slept on, you guys. I really, really do. If you picked pile 1, please, honestly, let's keep pile 1 sacred. Let's keep pile 1 a secret, because I feel like so often this is the pile that always feels the most fluid. It always feels like the message comes the easiest with pile 1. And I don't know why more people don't pick it, but it always makes me happy when pile 1 gets a good message, because it feels very strong to me. It feels more destined perhaps than the others. So I don't know. I love this. And if you picked pile 1, again, let's keep pile 1 sacred. Let's comment pink hearts instead of saying we picked pile 1, just because I feel like this is such a beautiful message and I don't want people to pick it who aren't meant to pick it. Can we please get... We have regret. Someone feels deep remorse for the way that they treated you. Here and now, your true love is already a part of your life. And rejection. This rejection is actually divine protection. So I think it's very possible prior to meeting this person that you guys are going through a phase of like being saddened by someone rejecting you, or being saddened by a connection that didn't work out, and that other person having regret. I don't think that that is necessarily a part of this love story, though. I don't think that that is a part of your relationship with this person that we're talking about today. So I do want to move on from this, because this doesn't feel connected whatsoever to everything else that is showing up here. Can we please get a message for group number 1? We have acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times, we must accept things as they are. There is no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. We have surrender. At times, you must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Okay, so I want to go back, you guys, really quickly to the prison. And I want to remind you guys, right? Like sometimes we're holding on to things because we have this like, oh, I've already put in so much time and energy towards my job, towards my career, towards building a life in the area that I live, or towards my relationship, but we're unhappy, or we don't feel satisfied, or we don't feel like we are living in a way that feels whole. And I just want you guys to know that if you ever find yourself at a point in your life, and it doesn't matter how old you are, if you ever find yourself at a point in your life where you no longer resonate with the people around you, with your environment, with your career, you are allowed to change directions. You are allowed to remove yourself from spaces where you don't feel wanted or where you don't feel appreciated. So I do want you guys, for those of you who do feel stuck right now in your life, I want to encourage you to create the change, or to go after the change that you have a desire to go after, that you have a calling towards. Okay. We do also have soulmate here. This is your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. As I was, going on my little rant, guys, I did realize there was another card under here. So we have playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. So this is going to be a relationship where you get to laugh and be silly and have fun. I don't think that this is a relationship that's hard, or that's going to make you tough, or that's going to teach you lessons. I think that this is a relationship that's going to teach you how to relax. This is a relationship that's going to teach you how to be satisfied, or to feel safe within your environment. Okay. Can we please get the love story for group number? Yeah, again, it's safe for you to love. This person is teaching you that it's safe to love. This person is showing you that it's safe to just be happy and to be excited about the relationship that you're in. So it's safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And then we have love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And that is true for everybody for always until the end of time. Like, that will never not be true. Loving yourself and prioritizing yourself is always going to make you more attractive, unless you have a desire to attract like a narcissist. And then it's not going to make you more romantically attractive, which is good. So can we please get a message? I feel alive when we kiss. You guys know when you kiss someone for the first time, or maybe like you've been seeing them for a little while, and when you kiss, it literally feels like there is electricity flowing between the two of you. That is what I feel like this is saying. Like, I feel electrified when I kiss you. I feel alive. I feel awake. You make me feel alive, yeah. Hold me in your arms. I'm so happy that I found you. Now, getting into that a little bit, you guys, I do want to understand a bit how you guys are going to be meeting. So can we please get a message for group number 1 on how they will be meeting their next love story partner? So there is a bit of haze here. We do have Neptune. Neptune is connected to spirituality. It's connected to the spiritual realm. So there's a part of you that feels connected to this person already. There's a part of you that is connected to this person already. And what that says to me is you will feel naturally drawn to perhaps areas or events that they are also drawn to. Okay, what do we have here? We have Uranus as well. Uranus brings an element of chaos. Uranus brings an element of things being a little weird or non-conventional. So perhaps you guys are meeting in a very non-conventional manner. How are they meeting? Part of fortune increase, south node. Again, guys, so I want you to really hear me when I say this. A lot of messages have shown up for you today referencing the need to break out of that prison or break out of that bubble that is keeping you in a place of perhaps not being completely satisfied, okay? Again, I don't care to sit here and identify what your personal prison is. I don't care to sit here and identify what your personal, your bubble that you're dealing. That's none of my business. And yeah, we're just not going to dive into that. But there's definitely something here, an obstacle, a prison, a bubble, whatever it is, that is keeping us from being able to start again or being able to move forward. So I would like to encourage you guys to address that. I think that is going to be a massive step towards this relationship, towards this connection. Okay. I do want to see where this relationship is ultimately going to go. Like, is this headed towards marriage? Is this headed towards like a lifelong commitment? And I think the way that I want to answer this, because we are towards the end of the reading now, I want to get a yes or a no. So group number 1, is this going to be a partnership that heads or that leads to marriage? Is this going to be a partnership that leads? Okay, guys, we're putting all of this back because these are facing down. That was a lot of cards and we really truly just need one. And because the one that we have facing up is a yes, we're going to take the yes. Okay, that is what I have for you guys, group number 1. I think you guys are meeting in a very non-conventional way. I think you guys are meeting in a way that perhaps feels destined. And again, I feel that way because we have Neptune here. You're going to be meeting them at a time in your life, again, where you have released yourself from that prison or let go or popped your bubble, right? You're going to be in a place where you are loving yourself, where you're respecting yourself, and that is playing a role in how you are attracting this person. I think when you meet this person, they are going to be somebody who stands out to you because they are going to have brown or dark hair. They are going to have really strong arms and really strong legs. Their nose will be prominent. Their jaw, their facial structure in general is going to be very prominent. This is a very kind person, and I feel like quite immediately upon meeting them, you will feel instantly like, I don't want to say protective over them, but emotionally like, oh, like I'm invested in this person. I'm emotionally drawn to this person. I do believe that romantic feelings are developing pretty quickly between the two of you as well. And the barrier that you guys are facing together, again, has to do with this South Node, things that we have to move on from, things that we have to let go of. This relationship is teaching you that it's okay to love and that it's safe to love. I do feel like your physical chemistry is also pretty strong, right? We have I feel alive when we kiss. I feel alive when we touch. So I think very much so that this is both a healing experience but also a very erotic experience between the two of you. I do feel like for a lot of you who pick this pile, again, it's very likely that marriage is on the table. But yeah, that is everything I have for you, group number 1. Thank you so much for letting me read for you guys today. I do appreciate it as always. I love you guys so much. And yeah, that is all I've got. So bye. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your guys' reading. We're going to start off with our zodiac dice. We have Scorpio and Leo. Hello, Scorpio. Hello, Leo. I have been getting a lot of questions, you guys, recently on various different things, but specifically the dice. The dice are extra. It's dessert. So if your sign doesn't pop up, you guys, it's really okay. There are so many zodiac signs that pop up throughout the reading. I also do believe that the tarot cards and the oracle cards are the main point of the message. So if that doesn't resonate, then obviously the reading's not for you, but it's okay if your sign doesn't pop up. But Leo, Scorpio. We have Scorpio and Pisces. Scorpio and Pisces again. Leo and Virgo. Okay, let's do one more. Virgo again. Okay, I will stop pushing my luck. With that, you guys, we will just move right along to the tarot cards. Can we please get a message on the person that group 2 is going to be experiencing this love story with? Who are they? Can we get a general vibe check? Okay. Ooh. All right. 4 of Cups. Hierophant. Okay, so if you picked group number 2, you guys definitely picked the pile that is gonna most likely end up with an earth sign or a water sign. So we have the 4 of Cups. The 4 of Cups is referencing an energy that is like... Okay, I feel like I always talk so poorly about the 4 of Cups, but it's because it's so lukewarm. Like, this is the Lucast of Worms cards that we have here. Like, it's so just meh. It's like, I don't know. Like, that is the energy of the 4 of Cups. I don't know what I want to do. Do I want to take this offer? Do I not want to take? Like, it's just pondering and being lukewarm on things coming your way. So there's that. The Hierophant is interesting because this is a more traditional type of energy. This tends to be somebody who is a little bit more serious. This tends to be somebody, and perhaps that's why they take their time making decisions, right? We could also just see the 4 of Cups as like they take their time making decisions. They don't like to rush into things. And the Hierophant also makes sense with that, because the Hierophant, like I said, is representing somebody who's a little bit more serious, a little bit more traditional, somebody who perhaps has Taurus energy. The Seeker of Swords is representing an individual who is very inquisitive, who has an inquisitive mind, who likes to ask a lot of questions, who likes to understand what they're getting into prior to like signing contracts or making things official. They do also, guys, with the Hierophant, this is somebody who does appreciate or who does value like legality and making things official in a legal way and signing contracts. They take their contracts very, very seriously. They take their promises very seriously. Now, with the Seeker of Cups, this is going to represent somebody, or perhaps more so an event that is surprising to this person. When I see the Seeker of Cups show up, what I get from like, who is this person? I oftentimes see it as a person who likes to be surprised or who is surprised very easily. And then with the Ruler of Cups, this is somebody who I would assume is a little bit older than yourself. Regardless of how old you are, I would assume that this person is a little bit older than you. Or perhaps they just possess a significant amount of wisdom that makes them feel or appear to be older. With the Ruler of Cups, this is representing emotional maturity. Okay. Now, I usually do the notes at the end where I like go, what do they look like? Like, I want information, but I want to do that right now because I want to understand, right? When you first meet someone, you don't know who they are. You just know what they look like. You know what they're making you feel in the moment, right? So I want to try to pick up a little bit on what they look like, perhaps first impressions. Oh, something fell. Let me get that, guys. Oh, okay. Okay. This is a bit more than I wanted. We have a strong nose, uniquely attractive. You will be so nervous when you meet them. Okay. They are somebody who's creative or a creator. They have a small forehead. They have heart-shaped eyes. Oh, no. Heart-shaped eyes. What am I saying? Heart eyes. So I put heart eyes in there, you guys, to represent like being physically attracted to somebody, right? Like, oh my gosh, they're so attractive. I'm in love. We have a deep voice. We have a rock star. We have a slow burn. Okay, which makes sense. Based on the fact that we have that Four of Cups and the Hierophant, I was like, this feels like somebody who likes to take their time making decisions. Slow burn. This person's taller than you. We have large ears, a standout smile. What else do we? A deep laugh, which makes sense because they have a deep voice. We have short in height. Okay, that is quite interesting. Because we have taller than you, but also short in height. So, I mean, two things can be true at the same time. We have Berlin, standing out. I would say unless you are like on the taller side yourself, like taller than you and short in height, you know, those both can go in the same. We have a good boy. We have handsome, enemies to lovers. We have cheekbones and outgoing. So this is going to be somebody who is outgoing. This could also be somebody, you guys, like when you first meet them, you may not love them. Like you may not like them the most. Or perhaps the way that this person physically appears is in a way where you're like, oh, like they seem stuck up, or they seem mean, or they seem this or that, right? Maybe we're judging a book by its cover. Maybe other people have told you things about this person that you don't like. What I like seeing here is that we have a good boy, so that tells me that this person is deep down a good person. And I also like the fact that there is a slow burn, because I think that also makes sense with the enemies to lovers situation we have going on here, right? Not liking somebody, taking a while to warm up to them. Obviously, it's always nice when it can be like, oh, this is love at first sight. But I also think it's really nice to be able just to slowly get to know somebody and fall in love with them for their personality and for who they truly are, right? Instead of an instant, perhaps like, oh, I'm attracted to them and they're charming and they're this and they're that. I think it's fun to have more of a slower burn. So anyways, can we please get a message for group number 2? We have eager, immediate action. Could be that you guys have different ways of doing things, right? Perhaps this person is somebody who likes to take their time and go slow, and you're somebody who likes immediate action, or you like people to be a little bit more direct. Misunderstanding. This is misinterpretation, misinformation, ineffective communication. We have pacify as well. This is reassure, persuade, identify. Can we get more on the love story? And then we have symbol of love, union, and soul connection. So there's a soul connection here, you guys. For some of you, it's very possible that you will end up in a union with this person, like an official union. Like I said, I do believe for a lot of you who picked this pile that this individual is going to be somebody who does respect or appreciate the idea of marriage, or the idea at least of like the legal aspect of it. I do want to understand the misunderstandings. I want to get the vibe on that. So why is misunderstandings here? Old man. Okay. I did say that there's an age difference. Now, obviously, this could be a woman. It doesn't need to be an old man. It could be an older woman. But perhaps it's because of your age gap where you guys are having a difficult time, where you guys may, especially in the beginning, have a difficult time communicating in a way that is clear, or communicating in a way that's effective, right? And that could contribute to the enemies to lovers or the slower burn that you both are experiencing here. I also want to make it very clear, you guys, when I'm saying that there is an age difference, I don't want you guys to turn that into something gross or disgusting, because in no way, shape, or form is that what I'm saying. I also want you guys to obviously keep it age appropriate, because never in 100 million years will you ever catch me saying that anything other than that is okay. So, and I hate that I have to say that. I'm sorry for those of you who are normal and like not weird, but you know, I just got to cover my bases. Okay. So there could also be, you guys, a difference in like how you were brought up, or like financial status. This could also contribute to misunderstandings, right? Perhaps this person grew up again in a different financial situation than yourself, and this has caused them to have a different worldview or a different way of handling money or dealing with social situations. Sure. One more for the misunderstandings. The visit. Okay. Coming from a different place, right? Having a different, again, background or different upbringing. Coming from a different location. I know for me, I always say this, I grew up on the West Coast. I'm very proud to have grown up in California. I've lived most of my life on the West Coast, and I now live in New York, and I feel like so many people here are so different from the people that I grew up around, which is a great thing. I love East Coasters, but the point is, I do think that there is a bit of a difference in your personalities based on the region that you both grew up in, or based on where you are living versus where they are living. And again, I do think that this goes back to the enemies to lovers, or the slower burn that you guys are experiencing. Like, it's going to take time for this love to grow, which again, I understand that that may not be right. Like, you're like, I want to fall in love with them right away. And I totally understand that as well. But I think that this feels more mature, you guys. Like, this feels like you're meeting this person and you're a little bit older, and they're a little bit older, and you guys aren't instantly like in love or instantly like, let's go get married. But over time, the more you get to see this person, the more you get to understand this person, you fall in love with who they are. You fall in love with the person that they are, like, internally. And I think that that within itself is really beautiful. So I want to go ahead and get some messages on how you guys are going to meet this person. Mars. So you could be doing some type of physical activity, you guys. Mars is a very active, action-oriented card, or planet, I should say. Scorpio is also connected to Mars. So when I'm seeing Scorpio and Mars show up, and I'm asking, like, how are you guys meeting? Some of you guys perhaps are going on like a health and wellness journey, and maybe you're going to a retreat and you're meeting them there. For others of you, maybe you're like, I want to start going to the gym more. So you start going to the gym more and you meet them there. Why am I saying these things? Again, because there's physical action that's happening, and there's also transformation that's happening. Now, obviously, you guys, this could happen in a million different ways. But there's change that is occurring through the action that you are taking, through some type of physical activity, or through some type of physical action that you are taking. And this is leading to you meeting them, okay? Maybe you're wanting to take up a new hobby, right? Maybe you're like, I need to learn how to become the world's greatest bowler. And you go and you join a bowling group, and then you meet them that way. I don't know, you guys, but it's physical action and something that is changing your life. That could even have to do with work, guys. That could even have to do with work. We have the moon here, which is the soul. Interesting. Can we get a little bit more on that? Mercury, the mind. Your hearts and your mind align. I really do feel like, despite the misunderstandings that you guys may experience early on, you are so aligned emotionally and mentally with your belief systems, with how you experience or how you express yourself. I really feel like you guys are aligned, especially as time goes on and you have a better understanding of one another. Okay. Can we get a little bit more on how they may meet? Through planning ahead. So prepare for a rainy day and stay flexible. Adapt, foresight, and invest. And then we have stability. Find your balance, not rocking the boat, poised, calm, and steady. Interesting. So this is talking, both these things are talking about being responsible, planning ahead for your future. So perhaps at the time in which you are meeting them, that is the energy that you're in. You're becoming more stable. You're looking towards the future and how you can better plan ahead. Can we get information on what the relationship itself will be like? I feel like you guys have shared life goals and a shared vision for how you want to operate or how you want to live your lives. And that is bringing you guys together. Because again, I wouldn't be surprised at all if there was a lot of misunderstandings in the beginning. But again, emotionally and mentally, you are very, very much aligned. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. What is their relationship going to be like? What is their relationship going to be like? What is... Okay. So with that first one that we just spoke about, you guys, I do feel like that is referencing like having the ability to be happy in this relationship, even at the worst of times. Having the ability to find joy in your life, even at the worst of times, because the life that you have built with this person is beautiful or joyous. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. So this person is going to encourage you to be true to who you are. This person is going to encourage you to share your voice, to be authentic. We have embrace as well. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. We have healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light, feeling your relationship being healed. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. We have a new beginning, a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. And then we have a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. Beautiful. So this is a very loving relationship. I do believe for the vast majority of you who picked this pile, this is going to be somebody who you have not met before. This is going to be a completely new person. And at first glance, when you meet this person, it may feel like, oh, like we're completely different, or we don't agree on this, or we don't see eye to eye. There may be a significant amount of misunderstandings, but as you get to know this person, as you are around this person more and more, I think you both will start to see how similar you are. You both will start to see how compatible you are. And I do feel like this will be a relationship that is very healing, a relationship that does feel quite safe, but also a relationship where you still have the ability to grow and transform and be yourself. Can we please get a little bit more on what this relationship will be like? Oh, okay. Flirt. So a very flirtatious relationship, which I think this is a massive key to like sustaining any type of romantic relationship, is to continue to flirt with your partner. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. And then we have reconcile. So this is the ability to forgive each other after difficulty or after disagreement, right? Someone from your past is returning to your life. Again, I think for the vast majority of you, this is going to be a new person. And then we have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So some of you feel like you've been waiting for this person for a while, and you have. And it's completely reasonable to be like, oh, I'm tired of waiting, or like, I don't want to wait anymore. I can totally understand that. I do believe, however, this love story, this person is going to be worth waiting for. Can we please get a message on what this relationship will be like? Abundance. It's going to feel abundant. You've done the work. Abundance flows to you now. We have a retreat. Time alone or in nature will help you recharge. And we have passion. Try something you've never done before. Again, I believe this is a new person. This is going to be a very passionate relationship, an abundant relationship. When I think of abundance, you guys, right? Yes, obviously I think of money, but when I think of an abundant relationship, I think of a relationship that is so full of love that it's like nobody could ever take this from us. Nobody could ever convince me that loving you was a mistake. Nothing could ever happen that would make me regret experiencing this, because it is so abundant, because it is so pure and beautiful. And then a retreat. Time alone or in nature will help you recharge. Again, I feel very strongly about this person encouraging you to nurture yourself, to pour into yourself. That could also just be referencing you guys going on vacation with one another, or really taking time to spend that quality alone time with each other, going again on vacation or on a retreat with each other. Okay. I feel whole with you. One more. I miss you. Okay, this will actually be the last one. One more. You are my soulmate. Beautiful. Okay, group number 2, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you. I do hope that it was helpful. I'm sending you guys so much love, and that is all I've got. So, bye. Hello, group 3. This is attempt number 3 that I have officially done with this pile. So here we are. We're going to start with our zodiac dice. If you guys do, no, not if you guys do. Some of you need a reminder. The dice are extra. It's dessert. This is not the main course of the message. If your zodiac sign pops up, great. However, there are so many zodiac signs that also pop up throughout the cards, so do keep that in mind. We have Virgo. Just Virgo. We have Cancer and Libra. Hello, Cancer. Hello, Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising. We have Taurus and Capricorn. Oh, my earthy kings. I love you so much. Okay. Or queens. My earthy people. Okay. Can we please get a message for, group 3? I want this set of cards, the tarot cards, to represent the personality or who they are, the person that you are going to be sharing your love story with. Can we get some energy around the person that group 3 is sharing this love story with? Beautiful. So this is a magical person in group 3. Okay. And if you guys are unaware, all magic comes at a price, so keep that in mind as I read through this. This is a very special person. This is a very magical person, again, but there is a price that is coming up here as well. So, with that being said, we have generosity. This is going to be an individual who is extremely generous, somebody who's kind, right? Somebody who has a desire to give, has a desire to help people in need. We also have the Two of Wands, which this person has a bigger vision or bigger picture in mind for their future. This is not the kind of person who has wandered throughout their life being lost or not having a clear direction. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but this is not that kind of person. This is the kind of person who understands who they are. They know what they want. They know where they want to go, who they have a desire to become, their goals, their aspirations. They have a clear understanding of this, okay? They do suffer from some type of mental struggle, you guys. Now, when I say this, I always get comments of people being so rude, and I absolutely have zero tolerance for people who are unkind to those who have mental health struggles. I'm not going to tolerate it. This could be anxiety. This could be depression. This could be something more serious, you guys, okay? There are thousands, if hundreds of thousands, millions, what am I saying? There are millions of people struggling with, if not billions, of people struggling with mental health issues, and we are not going to discriminate or talk down to those who are struggling in the comment section. Again, zero tolerance. So with the Nine of Swords showing up, this is telling me that the person you're sharing your love story with is going to be somebody who is plagued with some type of heaviness on their mind. Again, this could be anxiety. This could be a minor anxiety disorder. This could be insomnia. Okay. This could also be something, you guys, honestly, like PTSD, right? Like struggling with trauma that they have experienced, or struggling with stress from work. There are people who have really, really stressful, overwhelming careers, traumatizing even careers that could cause things like PTSD. So please just be kind. again, especially because this person does appear, at least to me, to be quite magical, we have the Ace of Cups. This is somebody who has the ability to give so much of themselves. This person throws their heart into everything that they do. I believe very strongly that this is going to be somebody who is very pure of heart, has very good intentions with the people that they are interacting with on a day-to-day basis. Okay. This is also someone who's going to be a little more sensitive, you guys. Like, they have, again, a really big heart. They feel things very deeply. So they may require a partner who is also like that, so that you can be understanding of their emotions, or how they could be overwhelmed, or how they could be stressed about this or stressed about that. So really, really big heart. And then we have the Star, and this is somebody who's extremely hopeful and optimistic and positive about the future. This is somebody who's also received, or is in the process of receiving, a blessing that they have worked really hard for, a blessing that they are very much deserving of. Okay, so with that, I think that we should go ahead, you guys, and get a little bit more on who this person is. I want to get their physical appearance. I want to, if we can, here, I want to make sure I really mix that. Okay. I want to get a little bit of their appearance. I want to get anything that may be going on within your guys' relationship. Can we please get messages for group number 3? We have long hair, so this person could have longer hair. Now, when I see this, right, obviously, I know a lot of you are attracted to men. It's very possible that this person just has longer hair than like the average man. You like them for their personality. Tall in height, they have a diamond-shaped face, freckles perhaps. Attractive. I do want to go back to the diamond-shaped face really quick, you guys. That oftentimes indicates somebody who just has really strong cheekbones, a more chiseled chin, and a smaller or more narrow forehead. I'm sorry if my voice sounds weird. I'm trying to hold back a sneeze. We have girl attractive or girl pretty, which basically just means that this is a really attractive person who would appeal to very feminine women. You can look up girl pretty if you want, for whoever it is that you're attracted to, men or women. They turn you on. Okay. We have piercings, rough around the edges, and bloop, 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 big hands. Okay. Big hands. Love it. Moving forward, you guys. Can we please get a message for group number 3? This is somebody who's protective, kind, undertake as well. So somebody who perhaps, when I think of the word undertake, I don't know if I interpret this correctly, but I think of this as somebody who's willing to take on like challenges, or take on what is in front of them, right? Like, they are not fearful of what they may have to face. We have Romeo. It's also like a guiding energy, right? Anyways, Romeo, this is the idealistic lover, passion, rashness, quickly changing moods. Seeking help, talking, conference, and consult. So this could be a person that you end up going to therapy with. This could be a person perhaps that you go to for advice, somebody who you seek out their opinion. Can we please get more information on seeking help? The Gift. Yeah, I think that they have a lot of wisdom to share, you guys. I want to almost retract, although I think therapy is important and positive. So maybe you guys are going to therapy together at some point, but I think more so what this seeking help is talking about is like you going to this person and saying, hey, lover of mine, what should I do about this problem that I have? And they have an ability to be able to navigate your problem or give you advice on what it is you should do to progress forward. Okay. Moving us along, can we please get some more information on the love story for group number 3? Ooh, we have the snake. This is competition, enemy, the other woman looking over your shoulder. Okay. We have the hammer as well. This is sabotage, rebuild, persistent, working on it, and repairing. And then we have date. Get back out there, meeting someone new, setting a date online. So some of you could be meeting this person through some type of online app. Now, I hear everybody on their qualms for online dating. I hear you, I see you. I think that is more of a, I don't feel like I should say it, but I feel like that's more of an issue with like the state of society. I feel like the same individuals that you're meeting on apps are the same individuals you're going to meet in person. I think it's a sign of the times. And yes, the apps are a problem, but also I think it's a societal issue. But that's not the point of this. The point is, I'm finding this interesting. It feels almost as if you are in, again, for those of you especially who are online dating, it could feel that you perhaps feel a little bit competitive for this person's attention, not because they're doing anything to make you feel competitive, but because, right, you guys are perhaps meeting on an app. It could be that there is some work that you guys have to do on the relationship, perhaps in order to build trust. This is something that's very common, you guys. Most people, a lot of people have to go through the process of building trust within any type of new relationship. I know for me personally, like I hold my female relationships, my female friendships so near and dear to me, but it takes so much for me to feel safe or for me to feel willing to open up to people. I'm very, very closed off with essentially everybody who is a stranger or anybody who is, not been in my life for the past 10 years. So yeah, that could be something that you guys have to work on, opening up to each other, being more willing to like have hard conversations or working through issues from the past, things like this. The snake isn't reading to me as anything other than, again, potentially meeting them in a circumstance where, right, there is competition within dating, such as dating online. Can we please get a little bit more information? Enchanting whispers. Listen to your heart and take a chance on love. Wander, dreams, and promise. Then we have tenderness. Oh, this is sweet. So having a gentle spirit and being able to care deeply. Real deal and a good match. So you guys are a good match. I feel like the insecurity or the nervousness is very much just stemming from the fact that you guys are fresh into dating, right? That there is an inherent like, ooh, I don't know if they like me. I don't know if they're seeing other people. I don't know. It just feels like there is a nervousness around this person or around this connection early on. I don't think that there is necessarily a reason to be nervous though, because again, this seems to me as if this person has a very gentle spirit, somebody who does care very deeply for the people that they are investing time and energy into. So I think something that you should trust is when you meet this person and you start to realize like, oh, they are somebody who has a very stressful work life, or they are somebody who's very like deeply emotional. Perhaps this is the person that was in the reading, right? Trust that that person's not going to hurt you. Trust that their intentions are pure. Trust that their intentions are not to do harm. Okay. So with that, I do want to get a little bit more on your guys' meeting. How will they be meeting? How will they be meeting? Lunar eclipse. So through you taking a stance and making a change within how you are operating within your dating life, we have the 7th house of partnerships. That is the 7th house of love. So I see that as either quite literally going to a matchmaker and having a matchmaker set you up, having a friend set you up, or going on an online dating site. But it's the 7th house is like the intention behind getting a partner. So you are meeting them very intentionally. You are putting yourself out there in a significant and intentional way. This isn't a bad thing, you guys. Again, this is very common today. My friend is a wedding photographer, and literally, I'm not kidding you guys, I think like 80% of the people that she is taking pictures for, like they all met on online dating sites. Like, and I know again, a lot of it is people who just suck, but I think that's just people. I think that the people off the sites kind of suck as well. So that is just my opinion though. moving us forward. The fire element of desire is interesting to me as well, because again, to me, that is representing like there is an initial desire. There is this intention behind, like we are trying to make a spark. We are trying to make something grow. There's intention here. That is what I'm taking from the fire element. There's passion, there's attraction, yes, but it feels very much like there is an intention behind how we are meeting. Okay, can we dive into what the relationship itself will be like? What will this relationship be like? What will this relationship be like? Oh, okay, beautiful. Oh, you have 2 soulmate cards. So calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, visualizations help bring you together. We have soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. And then we have healing family issues. And I want to circle back, you guys, to the anxiety that I was talking about. This could be something that you relate to them on. Oftentimes I feel like when I do readings like this, people always go, oh my gosh, this sounds like me. And I'm like, that literally makes so much sense to me. And I don't know how it doesn't make sense to everybody else, but I don't feel as if it would make sense for you to date somebody who is completely opposite to you. Obviously that happens sometimes and that could be a good match, but most often people who have long-lasting relationships or people that you can sustain healthy, long-lasting relationships with are people who are similar to you, at least in some ways, right? So it's very possible that perhaps you both are struggling with anxiety, or perhaps you both have like certain difficulties that you have to overcome emotionally or mentally, again, whether that's stress from work, whether that's anxiety, whatever it may be. We also have this healing family issues, which again takes me back to potentially having something going on there, but this is your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And then we can take it back to seeking help. This person could have, again, very well dealt with a lot of things that you have dealt with, or have an understanding of your emotional state and what you've been through, and perhaps have the ability to give advice to you on how you should handle it or what you should do. And that can work both ways, or vice versa, obviously. All right. Can we get a little bit more for group number 3 on what this relationship will be like? What will this relationship be like? Can we please understand what this next love story, what the relationship itself will be like? Oh. Both these cards hit my bouquet, which I think is kind of cute. I have a little bouquet off to the side here. You guys have seen it. What am I saying? Anyways, twin flames. Your passion ignites. So you have twin flames, you have soulmates. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. I think that this relationship is going to be a relationship that feels really calming. Not necessarily all the time. Like, I think, again, that there are different emotional ebbs and flows that go on throughout this relationship, but I feel like overall, this feels like a very stabilizing relationship, or a very grounding relationship for a lot of you. When it comes to matters of the heart, there's no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of love and life. So you will have a very deep connection with this person. And again, I think that this is going to be a relationship in which you both can come to each other and vent and talk and share perhaps your fears or your anxieties, your past hurt, pain, things that you have to work through. I feel like for some of you as well, this is even like things that you aspire to do that perhaps you're afraid to do, and this person is like motivating you or encouraging you to go do those things that you want to do. Can we please get further messages? Financial challenges are affecting this connection. That could be work schedules. Again, could be that work is just incredibly stressful for one of you. Can we please? We have soulmate again. We have trust. It is safe for you to trust in this situation. And then we have soulmate. Your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you. Beautiful. Okay, you guys. Moving on to our final deck. Can we please get a message from this person for group number 3? We have twin flame here again. So again, you guys, all I'm seeing is that this is a connection in which you two have a lot of similarities, and you feel like the love you guys share is deeper than human. It's deeper than our flesh. It's deeper than the body. It's deeper than what you look like or the job you have. It's like, I love your soul. I love who you are. Commit to me and you hold my heart. So, with the commitment showing up, obviously, I do think that this is going to be a very committed relationship. And when I say that, I don't mean that you guys are like, okay, we're in an official committed relationship, but it's like we are committed to each other. Like we are loyal to each other. You are my person, and I am committing myself to you. That's what I'm taking from that. You hold my heart. Obviously, that is a very sweet thing to say. Like you are the person that takes up the majority of what my heart is or what I feel. You motivate me emotionally. Like you hold my heart. You are the reason why I do what I do. I feel like this person very much looks at you as family. I think for the final question I really want to focus on is this relationship going to lead to a long-term, like, is this your life partner, essentially? Is this going to be the person that you're spending the rest of your life with? Is this going to be a long-standing relationship? I think that's the way I want to word this. So is this going to be a long-standing, the time has come for you to pick a side. Is this going to be a long-standing, committed relationship? We have yes. But your choice is still here, you guys, right? The time has come for you to pick a side. So obviously you still have free will in this, you guys. The choice is up to you. I'm going to sneeze. So sorry, guys. I'm not cutting that out. I apologize, though. The answer is yes. For the vast majority of you. Oh, look, guys, it's definitely my time to go. For the vast majority of you, this is going to lead to a long-standing relationship. Thank you guys so much. I love you. I'm sorry my dragon is barking. Mwah.